It would be very funny to me if Boyhood had a sequel and it was just him being like in his 20s. So like he's not changing at all. Like he just
a movie with the title Manhood.
Manhood.
Yeah. You've got a bit of a manhood, don't you, Kevin?
Are you talking about the fact that I'm not circumcised?
Wow. I'm learning so much.
You said you like to play games when you meet people, so welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Welcome to Oops All Segments, the very best podcast hitting your eardrums at this very moment. I'm Kevin.
I'm Thomas, and today we are here with special guest, a friend and actor in Drunk Shakespeare with me, Paige Galdiere. Welcome, Paige.
Hello. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Paige, we always start our show off with a check-in. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I work from home and I have the luxury of almost creating my own schedule. So today's a really light day, just kind of chilling. So yeah, I'm happy to be doing this podcast with y'all, giving me something to do.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You work for yourself and it sounds like you don't do anything.
No, I don't really work.
It's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Which is going to work real well for the show because this is the most low effort, the most... I guess, for me it is. Kevin does a lot of the back end.
I have to
is
spend
the labor
hours,
of love for him.
Yeah, setting it up, editing it, communicating. But for everybody else involved, easy peasy.
Yeah, for the rest of the old staff of Oops All Segments, it's kind of a dream job. But for Kevin, it's a bit of a burden.
It's all right.
Cool. Well, Paige,
Yeah,
we like to start with a check-in. How have you
in your life?
been lately?
Yeah. Is there a new thing coming up?
New thing? I mean, what is going on with my life? I feel like since Drunk Shakespeare, that's only been since April, but that was like the new thing in my life.
Yeah, so you're new-ish to the show, right? It's been a few months.
Yeah.
How's that going? Because I've seen the show, but I don't live in Chicago, so it's been a really long time since I've seen it. So
yeah. It's great. The cast is amazing. I think,
less one person, I'm sure, but yeah.
Yeah, someone we won't say who it is, because they're right here. Just kidding.
So you did did say who it was. You said you weren't going to, and then you did, and that was what hurt the most. The hypocrisy of it.
I don't name names.
The hypocrisy of it. Okay, fine.
I don't name names, but no, I think the cast is like the saving grace. It's I love performing and I love what I do, but it becomes a job, and you need like the good coworkers that get you through like any shift. So honestly, it's always a great time, even if like I walk in, and the other day I had to get my car towed from the parking garage, and I was like, oh my God, this is so stressful. But then just working with some drunk motherfuckers. I don't know if I can curse on this, but
you can.
Okay,
it's not only curse,
but don't disrespect. Don't disrespect mothers, please. You can swear, but we actually are pretty protective of the women who raised us. So,
all right, some drunk dad fuckers. I don't know. Is that better?
Yeah, that's much better. Yeah,
it is actually way better. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's great. Everyone's great. I'm having a great time.
Good. That sounds
nice.
Awesome. Before we circle Thomas and check in with you and myself, I know for a while you've wanted to introduce a new segment to our beginning of the show, and you keep forgetting. So this is me on air reminding you to introduce the segment you want to introduce, unless it's coming after the check-ins.
I don't remember what it was. Oh, yes, now I do.
Yeah.
The new segment that I love, that everyone's excited about, it's called Cat Dog. The question is, for our guest, am I a cat or a dog?
Yeah, see, I feel like I had some time to think about this because, spoiler, you did ask some of the Drunk Shakespeare cast.
Oh, yeah.
But I never gave my answer. I was waiting. I was waiting for my day to be asked.
You were waiting for your moment on Oops All Segments.
For my
moment. You wanted to see which way the wind was blowing. You didn't want to stake your flag on one side if it was going to be losing.
I had to scroll through the comments first to see what other people were saying. But
that's going to end in a result I don't like, I think, if you read the comments.
Never read the comments. Okay, that's a good question. I feel like I thought about it the other day, it popped in my head, and I was like, oh, now I know what the answer is. But I'm feeling, okay, like a pug, a dog, a pug.
Yes. Oh, that feels good to hear.
Yeah.
Wow. Definitely not one of the dogs that's been bred in such a way that it can barely breathe, but still a dog. I will take it.
Thomas has wanted to be a dog so badly. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you get cat a lot? Have you been getting cat?
I get cat a lot. I was at a bachelor party. Everyone said I was a cat. It was sort of being bullied.
The
and then I asked
dichotomy
a bunch
presented
of other...
is that you are either a cat or a dog, right? Like every person is either a cat or a dog, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
now
the contention by the people that come up with this is that cats typically like date dogs. So my girlfriend Kim is more of a dog. I'm more of a cat. That was their argument. But I strongly believe that I'm a dog, and I will fight for that. And I'm so glad.
Dog in him. He's got that dog
in him.
Yeah, exactly. So Thomas, dare I ask how you are now that you've received such good news, or?
I'm on cloud 9. I'm riding high. I feel like it's gonna be my year, as it were. I don't know. What's been going on? Our friend Jesse visited last week, which was good. But like, while he was here, I was just doing a lot of stuff all the time, like eating a lot of bad food and things. So it was very fun and then also very tiring.
Restaurants in Chicago.
Yeah. Cheap, bad, unhealthy, and tastes like shit. Like just the worst places. But and then my friend Adam happens to be visiting because he's moving here soon, which is exciting. So I got to see him last night and this morning.
We should have Adam on the show.
We should, I know. He'd be
You're already
definitely
bored of
down
me?
to do it. I think
already thinking of
now,
someone else right now.
Let's kick you out of the Zoom real quick.
No, well, we need more dudes. That's the problem.
The problem is we don't have enough of our male friends on the show.
Yeah.
No, that's great. So Adam's visiting. Is he staying with you?
He is not. He's staying in the neighborhood that he's thinking of moving into, and he's been looking around, but it's expensive. He's like looking at Andersonville. Who can afford to live there?
I've never even heard of it, so sounds bougie. Yeah,
it's nice. So it's been good. Yeah, how are you, Kevin?
I'm doing good. I'm doing just fine. I've had a very hectic morning. Work has been crazy this morning, and then I got stuck in a traffic jam when we were supposed to record, which was supposed to start 15 minutes before it did, and then I didn't get started. And then literally like right before we started recording, one of my staff members, who's been with me for a little while, just texted me and quit without notice. And like that does not happen very often in my businesses because I take pretty good care of my staff. I'm a pretty good employer. But it was kind of like, oh shit, this is like a pretty big curveball that happened like 2 minutes before we started recording. So then I had to deal with some phone calls and so everything's gonna be just fine and everything's okay. But it was like, oh fuck. So I'm coming in with some like really anti-employee energy here. No, I'm just kidding.
Sure, yeah, we
hate them.
Yeah. Coming in as an
worst.
angry boss, and I'm pretty sure your company is in the middle of unionization. So
that's right.
Yeah,
Kevin, just when I do quit the podcast, which we know is just a matter of time, how would you like me to do it? Like, what would be the most respectful way that would make you feel good?
I'm thinking if you could send someone in your stead to sort of, I'm not expecting, because like when you quit, I'm not expecting you to come and work out.
So you text me the link and then I join and it's like not me. It's like a lawyer just pops
representative, legal rep.
My client, and he does the whole. I want to do an episode with your lawyer. That's what I want. If you quit, I want to do an episode with your attorney. Yeah.
what kind of cartoon character would you put on your Nikes? And he's just like, you are being subpoenaed right now.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think speaking of which, we should maybe slide into a segment. What do you say, T?
That sounds great.
Okay, let me get our warm-up segment wheel going. What?
Okay, thank you. No, I was just thinking about our first segment and how well it went for me in terms of being a dog. So it's just hard to think of how the second segment is going to live up to that. But
right, but it will, because it's all good. And the first segment was you asking our guest a question. Paige answered it. Like, it's fine. We can keep going. So, because we're not going to stop the show because you feel good, right?
Sometimes, it's just sometimes we move on too quickly when something special happens. It takes 5 positive experiences to overcome 1 negative experience. Like, we have a negativity bias because our brains are designed. We're focused on survival and stuff like that. So if we could just actually sit with this, like sit with a win for like 1 second, it might help.
Does this feel like a win now? I don't think it's like
I feel like you need to write "I am a dog" on a sticky note, like all over your house.
Yes.
So it's always a reminder.
That's huge.
Dog.
There's nothing demeaning about that at all. I am a dog scrawled in crayon on my walls all over the house.
Yeah. Why did you write it in lipstick on the mirror here? Yeah. Let's get this wheel
spinning. We can spin the wheel. Let's do it. Here we go. Woo! Okay, this segment is 88.
Did you die? Oh, sorry.
Willing participants must explain their most recent medical emergency. Oh, fun.
What the fuck? There was like a weird delay in the feed there too, so you like froze for a second. There was lots of concern going. Most medical emergency. What is this segment called?
Wii U. As in the sound an ambulance makes.
I thought you were making you're like wheel. Woo!
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like, woo, we're starting.
Yeah, okay.
No. This is a very solemn segment. We will not be.
I genuinely think that the most recent medical emergency I had was my dad dying. So I don't know if I want to do that on air. But that was like years ago.
You thought you had a hernia, which we talked about, right?
Yeah, and I don't have a hernia, which I talked about on air. Have you had a medical emergency?
Was that a pseudo? Funny? That's hilarious. What's the funniest fucking shit you ever saw the doctor for? I have one, unless Paige, do you have something?
What, the funniest thing you've ever seen a doctor for?
Yeah.
I guess, that's what it's become.
Right, unless you want to talk about your most recent medical emergency, which maybe you do. I don't know.
I don't think I have like an emergency, but I burned myself. Okay, I guess this was like a few years ago, but I burned myself cooking, and I like dropped tofu in the pan, and it came back, and the oil splashed my arm, and I have like the worst burn. You can't. Well, this is obviously like a. Wait, I don't even know where the camera is. You can't really see it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I can't turn my arm the right way. But
that is actually a pretty bad burn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could see it.
For all listeners, I guess I'll have to send a photo in.
Yeah, but, she's missing half of her forearm, so it's for those of you on the audio side.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess that was the most
to the bone
recent.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's there you go. I used to burn myself lightly all the time. I mean, I still do with kitchens and restaurants. It's like you walk through a kitchen and it's pretty easy to get like an oil burn.
Yeah,
that's pretty severe. I'm trying to think of the last time I went
think back to like when we were hunter gatherers, like the dangers that would come up trying to hunt and kill animals for our food. And now we've like simplified it with soybeans and tofu, but still it fights back. Like it's never easy, right?
Yeah. The most dangerous game is a soybean. Yeah. Soylent Green hurts people. Thomas,
this isn't a medical emergency, but I think it is kind of cool.
Hurt. I feel like you're always pretty healthy.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some... I did hurt my foot in Drunk Shakespeare a little while ago, and I had to like take a break, but I genuinely don't know what happened. Like I just woke up in the morning, it was like a light ankle sprain or something, and it just was in a lot of pain for a few weeks. And it was that was like me just being old. But the one that I think of, which isn't really an emergency, when I was like 8, someone like broke a pencil in my hand, and
Wait, what?
the
How?
piece of they like stabbed a pencil into my hand and broke it.
Why?
And there's like
On
a
purpose?
piece of I don't remember. I don't think we were like fighting, but I think it was just like, wouldn't this be funny? And then it was
that was
funny.
like when you used to like staple your leg and shit, like the dumb shit you would just do in school.
Yeah.
So you
like
got this thing in your hand.
Jackass stuff. But so the piece of like graphite is still visible in my palm. You probably definitely can't see it here, but it has been for my entire life, and it like never went away. And so there's still just this little like floating reminder of this incident in my hand, and I sort of
if you want when you're next
that.
time you're here, I can kind of go at it with another pencil if we want to get it out of there.
To try to get it, the only way to get it out is to put more
another
in there.
pencil.
Yeah,
I have the same mark.
Oh, really?
Whoa! Wait a second.
Wait, right there.
Wait, Paige, you have stigmata.
Are you guys related?
I did this one to myself though by accident.
Oh. Wait, so for real? And you've had it your whole life? That's crazy.
Yeah, and if I press on it like too hard, like I can like feel it in there. It's
Whoa!
Not good.
Yeah. Can you like remove that like a sliver? I mean, at this point, you've probably grown up with it for so long that it's probably kind of in there. But that's kind of weird.
I know. I thought maybe I didn't know there was a piece. I know.
Yeah. Or until you
treasure.
cut off your hand or something. But yeah. Wow. I feel like that this segment specifically is going to get darker as we get older, because like medical emergencies when you're in your 20s are usually not like, you know, but like as you say, like, you're like, I hurt myself getting old. Like it's like now when I like me getting a hernia is not a funny story. It's just me being 32 and not taking care of myself. Like I'm not being careful. It's not funny that I'm bad at being an adult. Maybe it is.
Wait, I do have one. Did you have one you wanted to share, Kevin? Or
no, I'm just rambling until you interrupt me. Go ahead.
Okay, great. So I think this was before you joined, Paige, but like I got this disgusting like fat thumb. It was like a thumb infection, and it just blew up. It was like super swollen, and I had to go get it like drained at the hospital. It was so gross. I'm gonna try to find it. I don't really know, but I want to find a picture of it because it was so nasty.
You got like an infection in your thumb and it like swelled up? Was it like was it like did it hurt like a bruise hurts, or like I don't understand. What the fuck?
It sort of felt like sorry guys. It sort of felt like an ingrown like nail that just like got in there and then started getting infected, like there was an open wound on it. I'm not going to be able to find it, but for some reason thumb doesn't like immediately locate it in my like AI image searching.
Yeah, if you search gross ass infection, maybe.
Honestly, infection might do it. Let me see if it comes up.
How smart is the phone these days, right? Yeah, man, it's creepy.
This is what came up for. Wow, that's funny. It was like a screenshot I took of a nail fungus infection ad that I thought was funny. Came up.
Oh my
instead.
God.
What the hell is your phone? What are you taking pictures of? Stop. Like,
weird fungus.
Like that bit where it's like only pictures of cigars from I Think You Should Leave. Like you have like only pictures of infections and on thumbs. Like what the fuck is it?
I take pictures of funny shit, man. It's fine.
Oh, good Lord.
I really want to find it, but I can't.
Do you want us to stay with this while you search, or should we
No, let's move on. But let's do the podcast. But I'm gonna be. Oh wait, okay. I found this is it.
Okay.
This is with the bandage on,
Holy
so you can
shit,
kind of
that's
see.
Pretty,
I mean, there's
like
gauze.
It's like 2 or 3 times the size.
But,
of the rest of
if
your
I keep
hand.
going,
That's
so now that I know the
thumb,
date, I can definitely find it. So this was February 21st.
Have you guys ever had an illness or injury that's caused you to be like something where you're like, oh, I don't want people to see this part of like with that, I would like, I'm not like embarrassed by having a swollen up thumb, but I feel like there are certain injuries in which I would like not leave the house because I just wouldn't want to be seen with like, I like gauze on in my mouth or something. I wouldn't want to like go somewhere and be like, yeah, hi. I can't think of any situation. I mean, I guess when you're like on crutches or whatever, that's annoying, but I don't know. I don't really feel like I've had like an injury.
I found it.
Oh no. Shameful.
So here's like the initial swelling.
Ew. Oh my god.
And this was like it got all bruised and like.
Damn,
T!
Was,
I think, yeah, it was bad.
And you didn't know what it was? It was just like an infection?
Yeah, it was just like a nail infection that started to swell up, and they had to drain the pus. It was horrible.
Oh,
that's not great.
But yeah, clearly I'm not shy about showing it off or going out in public.
No, I was going to be like, is there anything that you could be injured in that would make you shameful enough to not share it? Is there anything?
I was really embarrassed. Like, after I got my wisdom teeth out, like I felt like everyone was staring at me because my mouth was so swollen. But then I realized people that don't know who I am, they think I just look normal. So like I'm the only person that, yeah.
I mean, that's like everything I feel about myself.
Yeah.
I'll fuck up shaving my beard, and I'm like, most people probably just think my hair grows like this, and it's fine. I mean, I did have a Hitler mustache, but still, it's normal, you know. That's what people expect.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
No.
I did take that as a sign of disrespect, obviously, but
yeah.
I think what you sort of want is like your first impression to be with the swollen cheeks. So the first time someone meets you, you look like that. And then the next time they're like, whoa, you look good. Like, you sort of set a low bar.
Chiseled, like whoa, what happened? Like,
so
your cheekbones are just...
If you're going to start a new job, if you're going to go somewhere where you're going to meet a bunch of new people, consider having an allergic reaation, consider getting an infection, consider blowing yourself up so that you can see more chiseled and cut next time they see you. Yeah. People got to start setting the bar lower, right? That's where we have to. I think, first impressions matter, so set that bar nice and low.
Exactly.
I think we're going to kick things over to hear a little bit about a podcast that's not this show, and then we're going to come right back. So, folks, please listen to this right now.
Webster's Dictionary defines podcast as a domesticated, odd-toed, hoofed mammal with a great affinity for oats.
That's a horse.
Right.
But we are a podcast, and we're called Roommate Lovers.
We do advice questions, things like, why is my roommate using my toothbrush?
How do I flirt without being creepy?
And why did you use my toothbrush?
I told you I couldn't find mine.
Gross.
We live together, and we are together, which is why the show is called Roommate Lovers. Get it?
Find new episodes of Roommate Lovers on Mondays, wherever you podcast.
Now that's a podcast of a different color.
You mean horse?
Yarp.
And we are back. Paige, do you happen to have a segment for us?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it's good.
Yeah. It's not
Most
more
of them
infected
aren't,
limbs,
so
are they? Or
don't worry. Find
It was
a
just
gross
something-
pic of your thumb.
Everybody stop what you're doing. Blow your face out.
Good audio is scrolling through our phones so we can all find a bad picture. Yeah.
Oh my god. This is just something that I like to, when you're like meeting new people, and maybe no one else does this, but I like to like force people to play games to like not make it awkward.
Yes.
This is one of the things that I think
this is my entire experience on the show, because I meet a lot of people from Chicago for the first time, and all we do is play games. So yeah.
I think it's a good icebreaker.
Yeah, it is.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you want me to tell you what I was thinking?
Can you
maybe.
name the segment if you have a name? It can be generic.
Thank you, T.
Wrong answers only.
Love it.
Nice.
Okay. But specifically, I'm gonna name a movie, and then I want to hear like the plot of the movie, but wrong answers only.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Night at the Museum.
So
who's going first? Are we doing
outside.
It sort of tag
it's bright
team? Oh, okay.
As fuck outside.
Daytime. It's daytime at an art gallery.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller is there as male model Derek Zoolander, and he's
yeah. And
he's like, why aren't I in some of these paintings? I'm ridiculously good looking.
Yeah, he's there to bring life to the art museum, right? He's there to like bring life to the art gallery. Rather than it coming to life, he's bringing life to it.
During the day.
During the day.
Yeah, it's a daytime only kind of movie. At night,
activity.
the characters are resting, so you don't see them.
At night, all the paintings go to sleep. What's our major conflict here? Day at the art gallery's version of Night at the Museum. Like, we've got Ben Stiller. He's there. He's there in Zoolander fit to bring life.
Yeah, I think he's like, all this paint is so old, and I'm here now. I'm young and new, and I need people to like get with the times and take a look at this. This stuff is so old. That's what he keeps saying.
So he doesn't have a conflict. He just keeps saying that shit is old.
It's so old. In fact,
all this shit is
even
so
a little like
old.
He's a little like grossed out by it. He's like, ew, it's so old.
Looking at like a fucking Warhol.
Hundreds of years old. I can't touch it. He's like throwing up in his mouth. Oh, it's so old. Yeah, that's sort of the
every
central
year that
plot of
doesn't
the
have a
movie.
2000 before it, he's like, ew, ew, ew to all the pictures. Okay. I don't know what that movie is or if anyone would want to see it, but that's what we got for you. That's our Night at the Museum.
Yeah.
That's good enough. Can I give you another one?
Yeah, please.
The Notebook.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, this is actually a movie I haven't seen. Night at the Museum is like my, third date when you're really trying to bring it home movie. But The Notebook, I've never watched.
So it doesn't have.
Do you know
to
anything
be
about it?
I know it's a romance. I know Ryan Gosling is one of the leads, and it's like old people flashback, young people. Yeah, this is when we met. Yeah.
So there are these two people, and it's pouring rain out, and like they have just this deep passion for one another, but they don't like to get wet, so they never act on it. They stay in their separate homes. They're like, I don't have an umbrella. I can't possibly come find you and touch you in an intimate way.
Are two people sitting at like a bus stop bench, and they're like, you almost see them connect. There's like almost a moment of connection, but then it starts to rain too heavy, and they both kind of decide to leave. But the rest of the 90-minute movie is a still shot of a notebook slowly getting waterlogged on that same bench, being filled with water. So we're thinking like 86 minutes of this with 4 minutes of like, well, you want to give like
you cut back and you cut back and they're senior like at the end of their life, and Ben Stiller's there, and it's like, you guys are so old. Like, he's sort of
I feel like this version of The Notebook is like a silent film, and then you hit the end, and then it goes into Day at the art exhibit.
Day at the gallery.
Maybe this
Day at the gallery.
Day at the art gallery. Soggy Notebook is the prequel to Day at the art gallery. Yeah.
I really wish you guys had maybe you do have this, but I feel like we need like a visual of this. So if you could hire some animators, that would be really great. You explaining this.
I'll get the staff.
I'm sure there's an AI animator we can get to do it.
That is so true.
Right? Yeah, that would. Yeah, We'll hire a bot. That would be great.
Or just act it out. You can act it out.
We could just act it out. Yeah. Thomas, I think you've got some serious. Like, I really think if I was trying to cast for like a soggy, waterlogged binder, journal, notebook, something that I would maybe do. I do think like. I don't want to typecast you, but I think you kind of have like it. You've got soggy notebook energy.
Really?
Yeah,
it's like are you a dry notebook or are you a soggy wet notebook?
Yeah, it's one of the two.
It's
right?
one of these.
Everybody is a soggy or dry notebook.
That could be the new question.
Yeah.
Am I a soggy notebook or a dry notebook? At the beginning of the show. Yeah, I like that question.
Well, it's like, are you a moleskin or are you one of those like black and white, like this is
college ruled, like
college ruled,
like Hilroy or whatever the brand is. Yeah.
Yeah.
What type of notebook are you?
I Googled if there was a time lapse of a notebook getting wet, but unfortunately that doesn't exist.
Yeah. The internet doesn't have everything.
Wrong.
So if you're a content creator out there
and you want to film a soggy notebook, the process
high demand
of a notebook getting soggy.
Send
it in.
It starts dry.
Yeah, it needs to start.
Just to be
pristine, dry.
Yeah.
What? Do you have another movie for us? Another title?
I wrote down a lot of options, so just let me know. I can keep going. I can stop, but House Bunny.
Oh my God, House Bunny! Wow, deep pull.
This is a movie. The one movie Kevin has seen of the three is like this one. I know
this one.
House Bunny, my favorite. Yeah, is that the late Anna Faris was in House Bunny? Is that right?
Late?
Isn't she die?
Dead?
Fully alive.
What?
Oh
I thought Anna Faris died.
Dead.
Who
Wait,
died?
do not tell me she died. No, wasn't she just with what's his face, Mario?
No, she's alive. She's 46 years old.
Yeah.
The late great Anna Faris. Who the fuck am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of Brittany Murphy.
Kevin, do you think that the event?
Yeah.
You thought the events of Scary Movie happened for real. You saw Scary Movie.
That's not a documentary.
Anna Faris.
What the fuck? I thought that was a doc, dude.
It was AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw it, it was called Scary Documentary.
Okay, the House Bunny. I'm going to let you
Bunny.
take the lead on this one, Kevin, because it seems to be in your wheelhouse.
I don't know what the fuck that means. But I didn't even know that the lead was alive.
You know exactly what it means.
But fuck you. House Bunny. I think that it is. I think this is like a kid's movie. It starts off, you've got yourself with a young child who's really looking for something. They're getting bullied a lot. They're not really feeling like they have their identity sort of created yet. They're sort of finding themselves, and their parents don't have time for them. And eventually, they find a wild rabbit, and the rabbit is young. And they bring the rabbit into the home, and they start to bond with the rabbit and gain a connection with the rabbit. And the movie sort of boyhood style follows this. Follows the relationship with the rabbit and this kid real time. I'm thinking, life cycle of a bunny is what, 10 years, 15 years? I don't know how long rabbits live. But we follow this relationship for 10, 15 years, and then, sort of we're in the twilight years now. Last 10 minutes of the movie, almost falling action, but nothing really has broken things down. And then, but in the background of the movie, the parents, they've split up now. The mom, dad, not together anymore. Mom's got a new boyfriend, new husband even, and he comes home, and it is Ben Stiller. Derek Zoolander, Ben.
Oh, wait.
And he comes.
So much time has passed. What's he
Yeah.
going to say?
And he looks at that rabbit.
He's not going to like this.
No, he's disgusted. He's revolted.
What?
He's like,
But it's the House Bunny.
but the bunny is so old. And so
Oh, damn.
Wow.
he kills the bunny. End of movie.
Wow.
Bunny's name, Anna
Wow.
Faris.
In some ways, that
Damn,
was
so
the
she was
plot.
dead. So wait,
Yeah.
do you think that
Does Ben Stiller
do you
kill
think
Anna Faris in House Bunny?
Yeah, that's in the director's cut, actually.
Oh,
Imagine if
really?
Ben Stiller went to the beach that makes you old. What a hilarious crossover that would be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But so just as a quick pitch, as a second option, though that was great. What if prickly genius Dr. Gregory House was a little bunny foo-foo?
It's like Harvey meets House. Like
he's back talking patience, but he's chomping on a carrot.
It's like, what if Dr.
And they have to say to
Bugs
him,
Bunny?
what's up, Doc? Because he's the doctor.
God.
It's reverse Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And maybe he works in like an end-of-life care wing, and he goes in and he sees these people.
Sure.
And, their son comes in. Who's playing their son?
Yeah.
Ben Stiller,
the hospice
right?
bunny.
Yeah. The house call bunny, yeah. No. Yeah. All these geriatrics are so old. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think we've established we come up with a couple ideas. We sort of stop the creativity there. And then...
Yeah. Is that what you had envisioned, or did you need us to like really break into one of these films?
No, that was everything I wanted and more. That was
Great.
perfect.
Okay.
I think rule of 3, let's stop it there.
Yeah.
That was a great segment, Paige.
I like
Thank
it.
you. Wrong answers only.
And we've got a perfect movie trilogy here, following the character of Derek Zoolander through his new careers.
Yeah. The content is endless for Ben Stiller now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lucky him, yeah.
I know.
Yeah. It's good. We need more movies. I think we got time for another seggy, do we, T?
Yeah,
Or am I wrong?
let's spin that wheel. Do one
Let me
more.
pull up
yeah.
the wheel and give it a spin. Here we go.
Woo! Wow, this is really similar to what we just did. 97, sequealing for joy.
Are you
or
fucking kidding me?
sequeling for joy. Participants must pitch a sequel to a movie that already doesn't have one.
Okay, let's let Paige take the reins here, because you and I have been pitching titles like crazy. Paige, do you have a favorite movie?
Yeah, this could be less jokey. That's true.
Yeah.
Less jokey. Okay.
It doesn't need to. You can be funny. In fact, if you're able to,
Yeah,
that would
I'm
be
allowed
awesome
to
for
be
us.
funny.
Don't let that. So I can't be funny anymore. No,
I
okay,
can't be funny.
Please, God, we need your charisma so bad.
so badly.
I don't know. Okay. Across the Universe was a favorite of mine growing up.
The
Yeah.
Beatles musical film, right? Yeah, with
Yeah.
it's Jim Sturgess has actually been we've talked a lot about Jim Sturgess before on the show, so
That's true.
We're big Jim Sturgess fans over here.
That's
Chris
great.
Turner, old guest of the show,
Oh my god.
loves Jim Sturgess. Anyway, carry on. So Across the Universe.
Okay. So and now a sequel. I think. Well, I guess do we have to stick in the Beatles world?
Yeah,
What
that's
if
the
they were,
I
question.
think it's
Would
up
the
to you.
sequel be like just a
Is it a new
totally
band?
new
Right.
band?
Right? Yeah. Or is
know.
it? Yeah. Same story or like same characters, new band. Like,
Same characters, new band.
Bring
I feel like
back
that
Jim
could be kind of
Sturgess.
fun. Like if
That
we
is kind of
do
fun.
some sort of like American Horror Story vibes or like what do you call it? not vibes, but like the way that
anthology.
I said vibes,
Anthological
but like,
seasons.
Yeah.
I
So like
see.
maybe the
Okay.
same cast because I like
Yeah.
the
Right.
cast, and then we drop in like another. What if we did like Fleetwood Mac or something? Like that'd be kind of fun.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
so
a cool
they're-
sequel.
They're
Yeah.
like still named Lucy and Jude and all that stuff, and like
Yeah.
Sgt. Pepper's in there, but they're not. It's not Beatles anymore.
Yeah, we
No.
bring
Now
back
they're-
Eddie
they're-
Izzard to play Mr. Kite.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
But
all the same, just a new band.
A new band, yeah. What? Which band would you want to see an Across the Universe style musical? Fleetwood Mac, is that the
Fleetwood
one? Or is there,
Mac
like,
was. Oh, I mean, that's a good one.
That was the first thought. I feel like that'd be good. It's like
They've got a pretty
still a
deep
very
catalog.
popular band. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a lot of drama, I feel like, behind the scenes that could be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot there, and I'm not a big I don't know a lot of Fleetwood Mac's discography, but I know it's deep.
Yeah.
Has their sound changed? Because the thing about Across the Universe is like the Beatles have had all of these different kind of musical sort of sounds and themes, and because they were such pioneers in the industry, they changed stuff a lot as they went on.
Yeah.
So their sound has changed. That's sort of explored in the movie. Is that similar with Fleetwood Mac's discography, or is it like pretty much like what you see is what you get from album 1 to whatever?
I feel like it definitely changes. I mean, I'm no expert, and I feel like Fleetwood Mac fans are really going to come for me. But like, you'll listen to early Fleetwood Mac, and it's a completely different sound than their most famous. I don't remember the name of the famous.
Rumors
the
is
super
their big
famous.
album, I
Is it
think.
Rumors? Rumors.
Yeah.
Like that sound is so different from, I mean, even within Rumors, I think there's a couple songs where you're like, whoa, like this is Fleetwood Mac. But yeah, I feel like there's definitely a lot of change. And if you listen to the, Christy McVie or Stevie Nicks on their own, like they have their own sounds too. So I don't know.
See, I've always feel like Fleetwood Mac is a band I would like if I listen to them more, but I don't listen to them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I feel like that way about like everything now. I'd probably like that, but not for me. Thomas, have you seen Across the Universe?
I actually haven't. Yeah, I know like the gist of it, but I
loved that movie when it came out. Yeah.
Does it have like a plot? Like what happens in it?
It does. It's sort of like a romance movie.
Yeah.
Got it. Like I would say like the plot and like it's definitely more of like a musical and artistic like aesthetic experience than it is like the narrative is there and the character work is there and stuff, but it's all definitely in service of like putting these songs showcasing them in this like cinematic way, but I think it does a pretty good job. It's a great long music video if you like the Beatles, but if I do think like as a film it's like it doesn't like stack up against like There Will Be Blood or some other like movie that's like more of like a film narratively start to finish.
Well, I mean the musical interludes in There Will Be Blood are so transcendent. Like when all the oil derrick workers get out their banjos and
oh my god,
start playing.
The saddest part about that is that his son can't.
Joni Mitchell music. Yeah, that's so tragic. Loses his hearing.
HW,
can
you hear it?
If the sequel to Across the Universe was Yesterday, and so now these characters have to navigate a world where the Beatles' music has no existence.
That movie is sort of
kind
like
of
a joke,
haunting,
right? Like, is it good?
I don't know.
I never saw it.
Patel in that movie or something? Like, it's
directed by Danny Boyle. It was directed by real director.
Yeah,
but.
Real director.
I don't think it's good.
That being said, Danny Boyle also did a really weird stage version of Frankenstein that had Benedict Cumberbatch in it and was not that good, in my opinion.
Sure, so, I believe it.
He may be real, but
shade to Danny Boyle, I guess. I don't know why. I don't know
him, man.
I don't even know this guy.
Yeah,
I'm more of a fan of Danny Lance. Wow. That's fair. We don't have to enjoy it that I said that or whatever.
And we won't. I don't understand it. I don't know what it means.
Like you Lance and Boyle.
Danny Lance.
Right, because
so it should have been Lancey Boyle. That would have crushed.
Fuck.
Any other sequels quickly, Kevin or myself, that came
sequels
to mind
that need
this?
to be? Yeah. I mean, I've always felt like we could use another. I was gonna say another Toy Story, but they already announced that it's a joke.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I'm not like sitting around wondering for the continuation of something else. I definitely remember when I was young and thought it was like when I was like in my early middle high school, late high school, I loved the movie Fight Club because I was a testosterone-filled boy and I thought it was a cool movie to like. I always thought like there needs to be a sequel, as if that movie is not intentionally like open-ended on purpose. Like it's definitely, and what else is gonna happen? Like they blow up all the banks at the end of the movie. It's not like what is the fucking sequel? He shot himself in the head at the end. Like what happens now? I don't know. So
the afterlife.
Spoiler alert for the 1995 release Fight Club. But yeah. It's just I want to watch Edward Norton in heaven. That's what I want to see is Edward Norton in the afterlife dealing with the consequences of his actions.
Thomas,
do you have anything?
Just to call back to something we were talking about earlier, it would be very funny to me if Boyhood had a sequel and it was just him being like in his 20s. So like he's not changing at all. Like he just like, goes to college, like works
Richard
a shitty
Linklater
job for a while.
Shoots for 10 years to get him to, like following him into classrooms and stuff and just like yeah. Oh man, manhood. Yeah.
Manhood.
God, could you imagine trying to release a movie with the title Manhood?
Manhood.
Yeah.
Richard Linklater presents Manhood. I guess we're spiraling our way.
You've got a bit of a manhood, don't you, Kevin?
Are you talking about the fact that I'm not circumcised?
Wow. I'm learning so much.
You said you like to play games when you meet people, so welcome to the show.
Yeah. The game is, are you circumcised or not?
Yeah, you have to guess. The guest has to try to guess at the beginning of every
Dog
episode.
Or cat. Yeah.
Dog or cat, you look like you'd be circumcised. But...
Yeah, that's... Thomas holds it against me all the time. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He's
it's a religious thing.
Yeah, to be proud of it is crazy to me.
It sure is.
Yeah. But I'm glad they let you keep it, though.
Yeah, it's awesome. And this has been Oops All Segments. I just want to say thank you to Paige for coming on. What a blast. Is there anything you would like to plug, Paige?
My social medias. Follow me on social media @_the Paige page.
Oh, that's
right. We'll link to it in the description as well.
The
Paige does a lot of great content. She's much more good at social media than we are. And it's awesome.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
our
for
social
Kevin
media
and
staff is very overworked, is the thing.
Yeah,
they're the
sense.
same staff as the animators is the problem.
Check us out in the Winnipeg Fringe Festival in a couple weeks. Club Soda presents The Ultimate Actor's Nightmare, a hilarious improvised show that we're bringing back from last Fringe. It's going to be great.
It'll be a blast. And folks, if you enjoyed listening to this, you can give us those stars on Apple Podcasts. That always helps get those numbers up. If you're watching on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, all those fun things you do when you enjoy content. Or check out Thomas and I's other podcast, What We Do in the Basement, a D&D Let's Play show with some other funny folks. Paige, thank you so much for spinning the wheel with us. I have been Kevin. That has been Thomas. And this show has been Oops All Segments. Thanks. God, the show is old.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you for your light laugh at the end of kindness.
We all knew it was coming. We were just waiting.
Yeah.
It's old.